This is the start of the final quarter at Essendon, and there's the bounce in the centre. Schultz comes in, knocks the ball down against Sampson. Breaking away is Beisel, who's tackled by Whitten. The whistle goes, and the free kick against Teddy Whitten. This is the start of the final quarter as Beisel kicks the ball forward to the half-forward line for the Dons, and a good mark in defence for Footscray has been taken by Gillard. Essendon 11-8-74, lead Footscray 6-8-44 at this opening passage in the final quarter. The ball on the half-forward line for the Bulldogs, taken by Epis, whose kick is smothered as he's tackled by Bryant. The ball comes out in the direction of Duff. Duff gets it back to the half-forward line. Whitten is in there battling hard. McKenzie picks it up for Footscray. He's tackled, loses the ball. Marsh it was who lost it then to Gosper. Gosper puts it forward to the half-forward line for Dons. Up goes Duff, and Duff takes the mark. 1 minute of play gone as Duff has the ball on the centre-half back position for Footscray. There's the kick to the half-forward line. Up goes Marsh, can't pull the ball down. It's picked up by Johnson of Footscray. Johnson kicks it in towards goal. And a goal it is to Johnson and to Footscray to make them 7 goals 8. Essendon 11 goals 8.
Well, Footscray's 19th of 20th men. One of them came on at half-time. That was McKenzie. He immediately livened up the forward line, managed to kick 1 goal, but certainly created opportunities for other forwards. Now Johnson came on at three-quarter time. The game's been going for nearly 2 minutes, and Johnson has kicked a goal. The reserves have done better than most of the rest of the side. It's back to the centre now, and it's balled up, and Schultz goes up high. He gets the ball down towards Marsh. Marsh was tackled when he didn't have the ball, and will take the free kick right in the centre of the ground. Marsh now gathering the ball in. And here comes a punt kick. It doesn't give a forward much hope, and it's going to be all Essendon as McKenzie comes in well in front of his man to take that mark. McKenzie about the centre-half back position. The man on McKenzie's mark was Frank Johnson, was trying to gain an extra couple of yards, but was spotted by the umpire. McKenzie's kick is towards the centre. Schultz is there, but the mark has been taken for Essendon by Gosper. Schultz was just about a yard too late in arriving on the scene. Gosper's kick is out towards the flank. Oh, at the back it's Fraser. He's been supreme in the air today. Nobody, with the possible exception of Schultz, could challenge him in the air, and Footscray can't afford to take Schultz from the ruck. We see that mark by Fraser, that kick by Fraser, marked by Capuano, and he's put Capuano in a better position. Hasn't gained much ground, but he's certainly on a more direct route to goal. Oh, it's a beautiful kick too, right down towards the teeth of the goals. Schultz is there. The ball is punched away though. Johnny Burt's battling for Essendon, picked up there by Darcy and forwarded out into the open, giving Russell Blue a chance for Essendon. He comes in, he has his kick under pressure. It's a right foot run right down towards goals. Up went Capuano. In there is Burt, number 11. 19 is Greenwood. 26 is Walker. Burt picks up the ball. Oh, eludes beautifully both of his opponents. Finally gets tackled by Walker when he went for the bounce. Walker kicks off the ground. The ball rolls out towards and across the boundary line. Good and clever play by Johnny Burt then, only he should have got his kick. There's a score 74-50. 4 goals straight, the difference. Tapped down by Sampson. Kick forward for Essendon, and up at the back it's Greenwood, the fullback for Footscray, taking the mark over Rogers. Greenwood's kick is a high punt kick. It's covered plenty of distance. It's nearly towards the centre of the ground. Up high was Vasilaitis. He couldn't mark it. Down on the ground it's Bissett beating Davis to the ball. He has one bounce. Tackled by Davis. Gets his kick in. Here's a chance for Johnson. Johnson, a replacement at three-quarter time, has been on the ground for 3 minutes, had 2 chances, and he's capitalised on one. He's kicked the left-foot goal. Now he's taken a mark, and he's only 50 yards out. A good kick could do this and put Footscray back in the fight. It's been going for 4 minutes in the last quarter. There's a kick. It's high, and it's not quite accurate, though. It's through for a point to make Footscray 7 goals 9. They're 3 goals 5 behind.
Footscray are winning in the air at the moment, except for the centre-half back position where Fraser's dominating, but this is helping to allow them to bring it right up to Essendon, right across the field.
Doran kicking off at the 5-minute mark in the final quarter. The ball comes out in the direction of Bryant, who's grabbed whilst not in possession by Davis, and the free kick will go to Ian Bryant, the Footscray centreman, who since half-time has given Footscray a lot of drive. Bryant is on the half-forward flank. Footscray are 51, Essendon are 74. Bryant about 50 yards from goal. Next to him is Smith, his teammate. And this is Ian Bryant kicking in towards the big sticks for the Footscray team. A good drop kick, a lovely kick, a beautiful one right through the centre, and it's a goal to the Bulldogs, kicked by Bryant. Footscray are 8 goals 9, Essendon 11 goals 8. Ian Bryant jubilant, as are the other Footscray players.
Footscray is aided by the breeze this quarter. Teddy Whitten must realise his team has got a chance.
There's the bounce in the centre. Mackenzie it is, tapping the ball forward. Picked up by Timms. Timms' tackle, loses the ball. The whistle goes. And what's happening here? A free kick to Ken Timms.
Well, what for? It should have been against Timms for holding onto the ball.
There's the kick by Timms, putting Essendon forward. The ball wide on the flank. Mitchell is there running in, number 31. Number 16 is Duff, the half-back flanker for Footscray, who can't take the ball. It bounces the wrong way. Mitchell is in there. He's tackled by Duff. Mitchell hooks the ball out. Kicked off the ground by Darcy. It comes to the centre wing position. A further kick off the ground puts the ball back onto the scoring zone, but Footscray clearing again. The ball comes back to the centre, and the mark is taken by Smith. Smith doesn't waste any time, kicks it forward to the half-forward line, and a safe mark of defence for Essendon, taken by Barry Davis. 7 minutes of play gone in the final quarter, and this is Davis on the half-back flank for the Dons. The ball comes down to his half-forward line. Up for the mark was Gosper, and it's Gosper's mark on this occasion. Gosper on the half-forward flank position right now as he kicks in. A good drop kick, beautiful one, right to full forward. Big pack flying from Rogers up high, appealing for the market's play on. He hooks it across to Johnny Burt. He's being tackled by Duff. Burt running around, a short pass back towards Fordham, and Fordham takes the mark. Ted Fordham has already kicked 3 goals for the Dons. This could be his 4th coming up. He's about 50 yards from goal, and he's having a long kick as he comes in. Dropping a little bit short as they fly. Schultz up very high there, and it's forced through for 1 point to the Dons. 11 goals 9 Essendon. Footscray 8 goals 9. Footscray fighting hard to get back into this game.
3 goals straight the difference. With about 18 minutes plus time on to go as Greenwood kicks off. A good kick too. No one can mark it. It's down on the ground. It's Bryant coming through. He's in front of Mackenzie, but Mackenzie had greater strength on that occasion. Got through, but then was met pretty heavily and has a free kick given against him, I think, perhaps for interference in the back to Ian Bryant. It's Bryant to take the free kick midway between the half-back and the centre line positions. Kick is a bit off the side of his boot. It's going to be Essendon, I think, as Davis and Fordham went together, with Davis winning out. Davis about on the centre line, putting Essendon right into attack with a beautiful kick. There's a lot of good kicks in the Essendon side. It's down on the ground, kicked off by Clark. Coming through there is Walker. He kicks the ball off and it's across the line, and we'll see another throw-in. Our forward line, as we see Schultz and Timms doing battle. Schultz gets a knockdown, goes towards Burt. He lost it. It's a rather scrambly play, as you can see. Finally Hobbs comes out. How, I'll never know, with the ball. He goes to the short pass towards Bryant, finds him, although it wasn't a good pass. Bryant kicks the ball forward, and here's a chance of Vassilitis, and he marks, and he's got a chance now for Footscray, because another goal here will give them a lot of heart. He goes for the short pass. It's not a good one, though. Epus anticipated well and has marked right at the centre half-back position for Essendon. Alec Epus will go for the long kick and look for Ken Fraser for sure. This is exactly what he does. Fraser coming in from the side. He's up high. Schultz was with him on that occasion and nearly marked it. Coming through there is Hoyles. Can't get rid of the ball, and the decision will probably be a ball up. Having a bit of a wrestle, Jackie Clark and Johnny Hoyles. And a ball up is the decision. It's almost in the centre circle, this ball up. The bounce favours Schultz, but Duff knocks it away, knocks it down towards Bryant. Bryant forwards the ball. McGee is in a position to mark. He does so. He anticipated that ball a little bit better than Teddy Whitten and took an easy mark. McGee at centre half back. kick by McGee. Here's a delightful kick up towards Beisel. Beisel it is on this occasion. Fraser, I mean, on this occasion. Marking again. This must be his umpteenth mark for the match. He's limping slightly, Fraser, but it hasn't appeared to have worried him. His kick is a good one, looking for Rogers. Oh, and Rogers has brought it down. He held the cherry long enough. Fraser is in the hands of the trainer at the moment, having a look at the leg, but he doesn't appear unduly worried with it. A slight limp, but not over worried.
At the moment is going Footscray's way, to be taken by Duff. Duff is on the half-back flank. A drop kick down to the centre of the ground. Schultz is there. Over the top of him and higher still was Beisel, and it's Beisel's mark. Essendon to come forward again. The ball on their half-forward line now, and a mark to Footscray's Wigman Smith. Smith on the half-back flank. A drop kick wide to the centre wing. Vosselitis in front of Davis again, and this boy's played very well. Vosselitis on the centre wing. Gets the ball forward along the flank position. Coming out is Johnson. The ball knocked away by Doran. In there it's Sampson, who gets the ball across to Clark. Clark runs around. A short pass now towards Davis on the flank position, and Davis can't retrieve the ball before it's over the line. In the out-of-bounds position on Footscray's half-forward line, Essendon lead 82-57. Sampson knocking the ball down beautifully to Johnny Burt, who puts the ball back to the centre, and it's marked over here for Footscray by Taylor. Drop kick by Taylor down to full forward. There's Johnson leading out again, but waiting behind the pack was Mervyn Hobbs, and Hobbs has the ball well within kicking distance. Or maybe not so well within kicking distance. He's about 50 yards, a little bit more out from goal, but he's directly in front. It's a good kick though, beautiful kick going right to the 10-yard square. Up is McKenzie knocking the ball down. Doran takes it behind him, and it's through for 1 point. A point to Footscray.
Makes the difference, a straight 4 goals with 15 minutes have been played in the last quarter. Here's a kick off by Doran. Up high is McKenzie to take a nice mark, and he's got a chance. He doesn't waste any time. He's going forward for Footscray. They can't waste time. Poor kick goes to Clark. Clark is tackled by Bishop, lost the ball. Bishop then gets clear, is grabbed by Timsler, not in possession, and Bishop will get the free kick. Well, from all this flurry, Footscray haven't gained a yard from where McKenzie got the ball. In fact, they may have lost 1 or 2. Bishop is going to go for the long kick. Punt kick. Oh, it's a shocker. Off the side of his boot, going towards Davis. Got pushed in the back by Vosselitis, but Vosselitis got the ball, got it across to Smith. Smith gets the ball across to Whitten when he was in trouble. And a kick by Whitten is almost marked there by Coots. Coots balks it, turns around, handballs to Hobbs. He couldn't miss. It's a goal, and it's Merv Hobbs' third. Footscray now only 3 goals behind. Merv Hobbs has kicked 3 goals, but he must thank Rod Coots for that one. Well, can Footscray do it? Keith Dryne.
Well, Footscray are still throwing everything possible into this game. They're not letting up for one moment, but every time they score, we see Essendon return the effort and notch another major. They just can't get any closer than about within 2 goals of Essendon at the moment. However, we must admire them for the way in which they're continuing to take the game right up to Essendon, although they've been behind all day.
There's Teddy Whitten again inspiring his team and trying to lift them. This is what he's done all day, and he's certainly a great coach. His efforts on the field depict that, the way he endeavours to bring his young players into it all the time and to keep encouraging them. There's the bounce in the centre. Up is Schultz. Beautifully palms the ball down to Taylor. Taylor gets it to the half-forward line. Hobbs comes out, misses it this time. Coming through again is Hobbs. He tries to get it through to Coots. And there is Johnson also. Coming out with the ball is Vosselitis. The whistle is gone. Vosselitis is holding his head, and he'll get the free kick. A free kick to Vosselitis, the Footscray half-forward flanker, who is directly in front, about 40 yards out. And this goal, if it does come up, could be an interesting position now. It is a goal for Footscray, kicked by Vosselitis. And Footscray are 10 goals 10. Essendon 12-10. It's only 2 goals the difference.
Essendon rather seem to be tiring a little bit at the moment. The Footscray forwards are getting well in front of them now and making plenty of opportunities.
There's some excited Footscray fans urging their team on as Teddy Whitten was too. It's 2 goals of difference, 82 to 72, and the ball is back in the centre with umpire Barry Gordian. Number 6 is Bissett 11 Burt, but it's 34 and Schultz, number 14, getting the tap down. Here's a chance for Footscray as Taylor comes in, but he's beaten on this occasion by Alec Epus. A bit stronger and a bit more experienced, and Epus gets a long kick, and it floats out on the almost on the half-forward line for Essendon. Davis, been spoken to by Jimmy Carstairs, the Essendon messenger there, probably telling him to keep a closer rein on Vassilitis. Here's a chance for Footscray as Bissett comes in and breaks away. He gets a high punt kick up towards the centre forward position. Davis, I suppose he could have marked it. He's certainly being paid the mark, and it's Davis at centre half back. High kick out towards Timms. Timms is almost unattended, but coming there, seeing the kick in was Duff. He spoilt Timms, and the ball was carried across the boundary line then by Taylor. Still a chance for Footscray. The game has been going 19 minutes. Fraser has come off for Essendon in the vital stages of the game. Here's Hobbs marking for Footscray. Hobbs a good 55 yards out, and in the meantime Kenny Fraser, his ankle has played up on him, is coming off near the outer end of the ground. Here's Ken Fraser, but in the meantime it's Hobbs playing on. Foolish play. He's lost the ball as he was grabbed by David Shaw, and Merv Hobbs, trying to lift the side, did the wrong thing and will pay the penalty.
Our next game is Anzac.